Hey guys, watch this video till the end. We need your engagement to strengthen our community. So please do subscribe. This motivates us to grow. Thanks for watching.
Being born a Doberman should feel like winning the genetic lottery. You're fast, powerful, athletic, intelligent, loyal enough to follow your favorite human anywhere, and brave enough to stand between them and danger without thinking twice. You look like the kind of dog nobody messes with, the kind of dog that commands respect the moment you walk into a room. Sounds pretty great. Unfortunately, that's exactly where the problem begins. Because before anyone knows you, they think they already do. Before they see your personality, they see your reputation. Before they see a companion, they see a threat. And for the rest of your life, you'll spend more time fighting assumptions than actual dangers. Because the biggest curse of being a Doberman isn't what you are. It's what people think you are. And that's a problem that starts long before you're old enough to understand it. Right now, you're just a puppy, and life still feels simple. The world is warm, safe, quiet. You sleep beside your brothers and sisters without a care in the world. Nothing feels dangerous. Nothing feels wrong. Life is just milk, sleep, and curiosity. But outside the room, something strange is already happening. People are looking at photos of you. Not because they've met you, not because they know your personality, not because they understand who you'll become. They look at your face, your body, your breed, and they make a decision. Some people scroll right past. Some people stop and stare. Some people immediately decide you're too much dog for them, too intimidating, too serious, too dangerous. The strange part? You haven't done anything. You haven't barked, you haven't growled, you haven't protected anything. You haven't even learned your own name. Yet, somehow, people already have an opinion. Because being born a Doberman means being judged before you're understood. And unlike most dogs, that never completely goes away. A few weeks later, you're heading home. New smells, new people, new rooms, new adventures. Everything feels exciting. Your family falls in love immediately. And for a while, you think everyone else will too. At first, you don't notice it. Why would you? You love meeting people. You love being near your family. You follow them everywhere. Room to room, door to door, step by step. You don't want distance. You want connection. But eventually, you start noticing something strange. Some visitors don't want to pet you. Some strangers keep their distance. Some people smile at golden retrievers, then tense up when they see you. Children are told to be careful around you. Neighbors seem nervous. People cross the street. And suddenly, you realize something. The world doesn't see you the way your family does. They see the shape of your body, the muscles, the ears, the stare, the reputation, and they assume the rest. Imagine spending your entire life being treated like a threat when all you really want is to belong. Because that's the cruel irony of being a Doberman. Many Dobermans become deeply attached to their people. Some become almost inseparable from them. You don't want distance. You want closeness. But the very appearance that makes you impressive can also make people afraid to get close. As you grow older, the assumptions get bigger. You walk into a park. People notice. You enter a neighborhood. People notice. You sit quietly beside your owner. People still notice. Not because you're causing problems, because you're a Doberman. And sometimes that label follows you everywhere. Certain apartments don't want dogs like you. Some landlords hear your breed and immediately say no. Some insurance companies don't like your breed either. And suddenly, your life starts being affected by decisions made by people you've never met. It's a strange feeling, being punished for things you never did, being judged for actions you never took, being treated like a problem before becoming one. The frustrating part? No amount of loyalty changes your breed. No amount of obedience changes your breed. No amount of love changes your breed. And sometimes it feels like no matter how good you are, the label always arrives first. So you spend years doing something most dogs never have to do. You spend years proving yourself. You sit when asked, stay when told, protect when needed, remain calm when strangers are nervous, remain patient when people misunderstand you. You become everything your family hoped for: loyal, reliable, devoted. And slowly, some people finally start seeing the real dog underneath the reputation. But not everyone, because some fears are stronger than facts. Some assumptions survive longer than reality. And that's exhausting. Imagine spending your whole life trying to convince the world you're not the monster they imagined. Not because you're dangerous, but because nobody gave you the chance to be anything else. The saddest part? You don't even understand why it's happening. You only know that some people welcome you, and some people don't. You only know that some people see a friend, and others see a warning sign. And as the years pass, that loneliness starts becoming harder to ignore. Because eventually, being misunderstood begins to feel like its own kind of cage. Eventually, something wonderful happens. Someone truly understands you. Not your reputation, not your appearance, not the stories they've heard. You. They stop treating you like a stereotype. They stop expecting you to be something you're not. They learn your routines, your habits, your quirks. They learn that you're not a machine built for protection. You're a living creature, a companion, a family member. And for the first time, life feels easier. The world feels less lonely. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. You already belong. Your family trusts you. You trust them. You become part of every adventure, every holiday, every road trip, every ordinary day that somehow becomes a memory. And after spending years being misunderstood, you finally get to be exactly who you are. Unfortunately, that's when life reveals its cruelest secret. Most dogs spend their lives worrying about the outside world. You have a different problem. Something hidden, something silent, something growing where nobody can see it, inside your chest. Because Dobermans carry one of the heaviest genetic burdens in the dog world, a disease many owners don't even know exists until it's already there. And the frightening part? You can look perfectly healthy. You can run, play, protect, explore, act completely normal, while your heart slowly changes, slowly weakens, slowly loses the ability to do the one thing it's supposed to do: keep going. Many owners never see it coming because there are often no warning signs, no dramatic symptoms, no obvious clues. Just normal life until normal suddenly disappears. One day you're running. The next day you're tired. One day you're sleeping more than usual. At first, nobody worries. Everyone gets tired sometimes. Everyone slows down occasionally. Maybe it's age, maybe it's the weather, maybe it's nothing. That's what people tell themselves, because the truth feels too frightening. But eventually, the vet visit comes. The tests, the waiting, the answers nobody wanted. And suddenly, your family hears words they've never had to think about before. Words that change everything. Heart disease, dilated cardiomyopathy, heart failure, risk, monitoring, medication, uncertainty. The future that once felt endless suddenly becomes fragile. And for the first time, the people who spent years protecting you realize there is something they can't fight. So, does it suck to be born a Doberman? Sometimes. Not because you're dangerous, not because you're difficult, not because of the reputation, not even because of the misunderstandings. The real curse is this. You spend your entire life proving you're better than people expect, only to discover life may not give you as much time as you deserve. You finally find people who understand you, people who love you exactly as you are, people who see past the myths, past the fear, past the reputation. And then time starts moving too fast, far too fast. But maybe that's also why Dobermans are unforgettable. Because they teach people something most of us spend our entire lives trying to learn. That love isn't measured in years. It's measured in moments. And Dobermans fill those moments better than almost any dog alive. That's why even after they're gone, their families still talk about them, still miss them, still tell their stories, years later. Because once a Doberman gives you their heart, a piece of it stays with you forever. And that's something neither time nor loss can ever take away. So if you've ever owned a Doberman, what was the most Doberman thing they ever did? Did they protect you, follow you everywhere, make you laugh, or completely prove every stereotype wrong? Tell us their story in the comments below, because every Doberman owner has a memory they'll never forget.
Hey guys, if you have landed onto this part and this is the end of the video, I want you to please subscribe to our channel, which is Pawer. Please do subscribe to our channel. This would motivate us to provide more education to you over the dog community.